No, I'm not gonna shut the fuck up, because if you haven't gone to therapy for your bullshit that you went through in the cult, the distress and the brokenness from the brainwashing and the delusion of not being in reality, and then having to learn, oh hey, I'm back in reality again. Well, if you haven't got healing for that or sought out counsel, I don't know what the fuck you're doing with your life. At the end of the day, here's what I have to say about it. Don't come at me. If you were never in a fucking cult and you're trying to criticize and tell me what I'm supposed to be doing with my life, shut up. There's a reason God had me be in a fucking cult, bro. And he allowed that to happen. He allowed me to get into some bullshit like that. You wanna know why? Because it revealed something to me. Because he knew the people who were gonna go through it were gonna do something about it. Barely anyone's talking about the cult now because they're scared, or they just feel like it's irrelevant to what they're doing and going through. I don't give a fuck. Then let me do what I'm doing and support it. If you don't support it, stop being a weird bitch. It's that simple. Don't be a weird bitch. It's very hard to not be a weird bitch for weird bitches, but it's like a thing where you can actually not be a weird hating ass bitch and you could just like stay in your lane. You know what I mean? I'm not submitting to no human bullshit. There are kids getting taken advantage of by cults every single fucking day. They're getting recruited and abused. There are women also getting recruited and abused. There are men getting recruited and abused. Everyone is getting fucking taken advantage of. And if you know what that's like, you should know it's a daily crisis. You know how hard these cults go till 3 a.m. to run shit and operate. If you know that, what are you talking about? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing about it? It just didn't happen, or it happened, but it's just part of your story. So we're just gonna talk about things that benefit us in our growth, that aligns with our purpose, that we fit into our purpose. No, God didn't give you a testimony to shut the fuck up about it. He didn't tell you keep this in your diary. He gave you a testimony to share it. Anyone who's worried about Cuba, Nicaragua not living the holy biblical life, check yourselves, because I'm talking to God about that error. Are you talking to God about your shit, or are you waiting for someone to address it to bring it up to God? A lot of people knew the cult was a cult, but because of their position and the power that they gained from being and operating in it, they stayed until it became a legal error. These people didn't care about all the spiritual error, all the false doctrine, all the gossip. They didn't care. If they cared, they would have talked about it. They wouldn't have just kept it between 5, 7, 6. I don't know how many people were in leadership. When youth start to come in, that's not when you start bitching and start getting negative and crashing out. If you knew there was a bigger cult issue, why did you wait for what you were doing and operating in the cult to fall apart, to make it an issue? Because people had issues way before. People were getting angry way before the cult went to shit, and it wasn't all about the pastor doing what he did. No one's talked about that yet. It sucks because people are gonna get offended. But if you've never had a full-blown conversation with me about it, you're not gonna have the clarity that you need. So if you're in the call and you feeling some type of way, reach out. I'm not gonna stop talking about it, but give me clarity on your side of the story, because I wanna hear it. I care. 2 years later, out of this brainwash bullshit, I'm mad that I was lacking for 2 years. God's trying to catch me up. Your story matters too. Whether you're telling me, telling the world, telling someone else about it, just make sure you're telling your story. That's important. This is not something you should just hold in forever. It breaks my heart when people do that, because I know exactly what we went through.